Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Distinguished colleagues, the WARC, I don't know how to pronounce it, WARC Foundation, which works with women, and also the many nursing students who are here in the audience. It is a pleasure to see you here. I would like to give you a feel for Dr. Ransome-Kuti, or Koye, as he liked to be known, and as I knew him, as a man, as a person, and as a great healer, Now, because I'm 82 years old, I like to think about the ancestry. The relationship between Koye and his brother Fela has been described, and he got Fela out of many scrapes, as is well known. But I just need to say something about his father and his mother. The fourth lecturer in this wonderful series honoring our friend and colleague was given by his cousin, Wole Soyinka. And Wole Soyinka's book, Ake, talks about growing up in Abeokuta. And he says that Dr. Ransome-Kuti's father went to England way back and fought for not just one teaching hospital for all of West Africa, for what were then colonial possessions of that country, but for more than one, for many. I believe this had some effect on the creation of the University of Lagos Medical College. He fought for all kinds of things. He was a fighter, a big, impressive man with a big head, as was Koye. The mother, as you well know, created something, I think it was called the Egba Women's Guild or Union. And the story of her overthrow of the Oba of Abeokuta, Aleke, is a fantastic story of revolution, really revolution, and probably the beginning of women's rights in this country and in Africa. So Olikoye Ransome-Kuti, they say the fruit falls not far from the tree. He came from a very distinguished family. I believe his grandfather was called the singing priest. He would march into villages in West Africa, in Western Nigeria, singing hymns and converting as he came. Is that not so? Yes. So this family is known for rightness of behavior, of thought, and no matter what, doing the right thing. And so Koye exemplified that wonderful, inspiring characteristic. Now, I want to tell you one story he told me about how he came to be a doctor. This book is very much about the Yoruba religion, the spirits that live in this country and in every country, and about the struggle between early Christian missionaries and fear and belief in God as they came up against profound beliefs in evil spirits and spirits of many kinds as causes of disease and ill health. And Koye told me that when he was, I don't know how old, maybe 14 or 15 years old, his father said, "Come with me." And they got in the family car and they drove. It was late in the afternoon. The sun was about to set and they just kept driving. The father said nothing about what they were going to do. They ended up, he drove the car right into a large graveyard. Now, Koye had told his father that he wanted to be a doctor, and his father had never given him an answer. And they drove in, the father got out of the car, and without saying a word, walked off, disappeared. The sun set, darkness came. Koye, as you know, most Yorubas, I had this experience with medical students when I took them up to Imesile. They did not like to be alone in the house. They always slept with the family, with siblings, with uncles, with the whole. So he was very scared. He was petrified. And he felt, what is my father doing? What, is he going to come back? Is he gone? I suppose he was an older man. And he felt like getting out of the car and running away, going home. But he steeled himself and he stayed there. And when his father came back, all he said was, "You still here?" He got in the driver's seat and they drove home. And as they reached his house, he said to Koye, "You can be a doctor."